Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Well, in today's video we are going to install a dash cam on the car. This works on, I think, any BMW from a 1 to a 4 series, and it's actually, like a built-in cam. So you remove the cover of your rear view mirror and the dash cam replaces that cover, and it's actually a cover again but with a built-in camera. And we're going to install it on the car, and it should be very easy because it's actually taking power from the sensor, the rain sensor for your wiper. So it's actually taking power from that. So let's have a look at the accessories and everything that we got. So first of all, the only tool that you need apparently is a pry tool, because you just need to pry the old cover off, and that's basically it. And this is the cable that you're gonna use. So one of these plugs is going to take power from the original wire, and I think it's this one. This one is where you put the old wire in, and this is what will go into your camera so it gets power. So very easily. And you also have another wire that you can use optionally if you want your dash cam to work 24/7. And this one, like I said, you can put this in your fuse box, and then you can have your dash cam working for 24 hours. But I'm not going to use this because my car mostly sits inside and in the garage, and sometimes it doesn't get driven for 1 or 2 weeks, and this will probably drain my battery, and that's something that I want to avoid. And it's also a little bit too much work, and I don't see myself doing this. So we're going with the easy plug and play cable. Now the unit itself, let's have a look at it first. So the unit itself is not very heavy, so I think that's a good thing, because you don't want something very heavy dangling over there. So this is the unit. So like I said, you install it like this, and I think that's about it. I'm not 100% sure how this works and if you need to remove this. So I'll have to watch an instruction video before, but I don't think this can be too hard, right? And this will sit against your window, and this will film. So very easy, and it works through Wi-Fi. And then here you have your on and off button, and I think a mode button. But it works through an application, but we're gonna see that later on. And yeah, I'm very curious on how this will work. Okay, so the first thing that you gotta do is actually split this cover, and it's held together with these little tabs, and you have to be very easy with them. I mean, they're actually very decent plastic quality wise, but you can still break them very easily. So you have to, with the pry tool, you can press these loose a little bit very easily. And then once this is split, you have to go to the car, where basically this is all you need. And then you have to remove the original cover, so that's what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, it's dark already, and look at these beautiful kittens sleeping. So we're in the BMW right now, and you have to just pry these loose. And I actually did it by hand. They were very loose. It was very loose under here, so it was just like prying it loose, and it just worked. And now what I think I have to do is a little bit dusty, but now what I think I have to do is remove that pink plug, and then probably plug this in there, and that pink plug in this, and this in the camera. I actually forgot the camera on the living table, so we'll have to do that later on, but I think it's really that easy. So that's what I'm going to try to do now off screen, because I'll need my 2 hands, but I think it's really that easy. So that pink plug into this black plug, and then this new red plug into that plug. I think that's it. Okay, so after some little fight, we got everything installed like it should. So the original red There, the original pink one is sitting in the black connector, and the new aftermarket red one is sitting there. It's not throwing any fault codes, which I'm already very happy about. And then we have to plug in this one into the camera, which it's its power supply, and then I hope that everything works out. I may probably want to put some tape around this one, just to not have it make noises while driving. I don't think it will, but better safe than sorry. So I'm gonna put some, it's on the other wires as well, so a little bit of tape around that, and then I think we are good to go. It wasn't really a fun job because everything sits in its way. The mirror is really but it's doable, but it was a little bit of a hassle. I have fat hands, I'm an obese man, I have fat hands, but if you have smaller hands than me, it should be doable. At least I managed to do it, so I think you should be fine as well, because I'm an idiot. Okay, so now we have the camera with us, and we're going to connect these two plugs. And first, before I will install everything, I'm gonna make sure that it actually works. So we have power, which is a good sign, and no fault codes, which is an even better sign. Now we're going to check first if we have image, and that's through an application. I forgot to record it, but yeah, we had image. Okay, so this is now the in-image view of the camera, and I think it's actually a pretty clear image. I am genuinely amazed. I picked a slightly more expensive option because you had an option like for 50 and for 80 euro, and the 80 euro one had a higher image quality, and I think it really shows. I haven't tried the cheaper one yet, but I think for 80 euro you can't go wrong with this one. The audio quality, I don't expect that much from it. I haven't heard it yet, but I don't expect it to be that great, but good enough. But yeah, I think this is really some pretty decent, I would say, pretty neat image, and I think this is very usable if you would ever need it, because yeah, this is nighttime, by the way. You probably noticed this is where image quality is at its worst, and I think it's a pretty clear image. So yeah, I would say that this camera is a massive win for the price that I paid. I generally think this is genius. Better than the image of this camera. Oh, it's a little bit filthy. Let me clean this first. Much better. So yeah, I would say this is a major win. You absolutely don't see it. I mean, look, you don't see it hanging. It fires up automatically and it shuts down. You can actually have a wire that will still, have image when the car is turned off, but I didn't want to do that with the battery and stuff like that. But car works flawlessly, no errors, everything works perfect. So this is a major win. This is just an improvement over something that I didn't have. So yeah, I'm a big fan, and yeah, I'm a really big fan of this. And also, they can't just turn it off like some other cams. They can plug it out, but this one they can't. They just have to manually remove covers, so this will always be filming when the car is in the garage. So I would say I'm a huge fan of this modification, and it actually wasn't that expensive. So I'll see you guys later, and yeah, I can recommend this for all your BMWs. Goodbye.